A rebuke tonight from some of America's greatest generation right here in Spokane.
They won a world war, survived the Great Depression, and they say if we would have learned from history, even read history, we wouldn't be in this economic mess. Tonight, KXLY4's McKay Allen talked with local seniors who say this is nothing like the Great Depression. In fact, it's just a bump in the road.
Images of the Great Depression.
No idea what it's like.
1932, 25% of Americans were unemployed. In less than 3 years, from 1929 to 1932, stocks lost nearly 90% of their value. During 1 week, the Dow lost $30 billion. That was 10 times the federal government's annual budget. But the Depression was more than numbers.
All four of us were suffering from malnutrition.
Hal French was born the year the stock market crashed.
And we would get to eat rabbit occasionally.
And he says today's recession is not as bad and mostly self-inflicted.
2 cars, 2 snowmobiles, off-road motorcycles, and they're saying, but I don't have any money for food and I can't pay my mortgage.
Debt is the culprit.
Never bought anything till they had the cash to pay for it. Period.
You paid cash for everything.
Child of the Depression, Ronald O'Brien.
You wanted a car or a pickup, you went down and you saved up the money until you could afford to get it.
But today, the average American household is nearly $20,000 in debt without counting mortgages. And that causes these guys to get frustrated, even at their own grandkids.
She sees it, she wants it, she buys it.
Whether or not she has money.
Whether or not she can afford it.
The bottom line?
People are going to have to change their ways. If they don't, this country's going to go down.
That was our McKay Allen reporting. And McKay tells us most of those seniors favor government involvement, but say they are worried about the government's new $10.8 trillion debt. Even if not another cent is spent, every American will owe nearly $40,000 to pay back that debt.